What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Flash Season 4 video. So if you're new to this channel, please do drop a like and a subscribe, and welcome people to this. We'll be discussing the Flash Season 4 Episode 2. Yes, I know it is quite a while. Well, it's not even that long. I mean, we've got like 2 weeks until the Flash is back on our TV screens. And really, I am super excited. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. And for the premiere week of these shows coming back, I will be dropping my videos right after they air. So it'll probably be like an hour and a half after these shows air, which is when I'll be able to actually make these videos and bring them to you and drop reviews and breakdowns. So keep an eye out for that in your sub boxes right after the show has aired. But the Flash Season 4 Episode 2 looks really cool. So we know the start of Season 4 will be Barry coming out of the Speed Force, and he is writing all kinds of really strange things on the walls. And you know what? It's looking like he might unlock the secrets of the Speed Force. So using this, he will be able to unlock everything inside the Speed Force. But let's start by breaking down and looking at the synopsis for Mixed Signals, which is going to be the second episode of Season 4. Barry has his hands full when he takes on a dangerous meta guest star Dominic Burgess, who can control technology while also confronting an obstacle in his personal life. The ramifications of abandoning Iris for 6 months to balance the Speed Force. Meanwhile, Gypsy breaches in for a hot date with Cisco, but she gets annoyed when his work keeps them apart. So that's really curious there, to say the least. Now, the first part there is we've got a brand new character coming to the show. We have a brand new meta-human played by Dominic Burgess, who was actually in Doctor Who. And you know what? When I saw that people were saying that he was in Doctor Who, I had to look this up. And he was actually in the Bad Wolf episode of Doctor Who. And well, yeah, I was kind of shocked to remember that, which was one of the best storylines of at least the modern era of Doctor Who, these past 10 seasons, which, boy, when I say modern era, that's been 10 years of Doctor Who. Wow, I feel old. But that show was stunning, but less on Doctor Who. I cover Doctor Who as well, so I will be reviewing the Christmas special in the upcoming season. Just a little plug there for yourselves. But yes, he was in Doctor Who, so a nice little English actor there on the show. It's always nice to see English TV actors pop up. And funnily enough, in the crossover, we're actually going to get the Ray, and the Ray is going to be Russell Tovey. So you know what, the British invasion of like Game of Thrones and the top dramas in America, it's spreading to the comic book universe now, so you can't stop us, Brits. But this is a character who doesn't actually feature in any comic. He is called Ramsey Deacon, and obviously the ability to control technology is quite a generic actual power. So that power is a curious one, and really the only one close really is Kilgore, who is an electromechanical organic intelligence. Well, yeah, there is that. I don't really think that it is going to be some kind of AI intelligence whatsoever, to be honest. I think it's more likely it will actually be a meta who was possibly affected by the latest Speed Force storm, and I think that will play into the network, which is going to be the blacksmith played by Katie Sackhoff, who has her own network of metahumans, and it looks like this will be a way for you to actually hire a metahuman for your nefarious deeds, and this might be a rallying point for everyone who has got these new powers, somewhat sort of similar, pseudo-similar to the comics in Rebirth, where we saw a lot of new speedsters and they all rallied to Star Labs to have training. So it could be quite similar to that. But, well, it looks like we're going to go into the couples therapy, which is where Iris will be mad at Barry for doing what he's doing. And now we're going to have a problem here, I think, with the show. Now, a few people don't actually like Iris, and I don't know why. They don't really like her, to be honest. But if she is going to be like, you know what, I want you to sit, why can't you sit with me and watch some TV chill out. Why can't you come to the mall with me? And when he's like, I kind of have to stop the guy who's terrorizing Central City and can possibly blow up a building worth of hostages. And she's like, you know what? Just forget you. So we're going to see some sort of couples therapy. I think that if she keeps making Barry choose between saving people and, you know, chilling out with her, going to the park or a soiree or maybe a nice little boat gala, well, I think that her whole character will be given some sort of disservice against her character, and it will really ruin her, and making her irrationally choose, I don't think is a good idea. But seeing that, we know we're going to get the wedding, we know that in the crossover, so there's going to be that to see as well. So it's going to be pretty cool to see where this goes. And, well, it leads to the wedding. We've got an Olicity wedding as well over on Arrow, much to the furious anger of everyone on Twitter. Now, what is curious here as well in this final part is that meanwhile Gypsy breaches in for a hot date. Now, I kind of assumed that Gypsy would actually be staying on Earth 1. I thought after that kind of last episode in the previous season, I thought she would stay there and stay with him and they have a proper relationship. But she is, of course, a breacher. She is a kind of bounty hunter for people who breach into dimensions. So I guess she has her own things to actually do and she can't just chill out, you know, hang out and watch, like, I don't know, 13 Reasons Why with Cisco when she's got a lot of stuff to do. And I guess she might have to maybe choose in the future once Danny Trejo, Breacher, comes into the show, Quell Mordoth. So I think that she might have to choose which kind of Earth she will actually stay on, which will be a shame for her, but it is going to have a lot more continuity. And that is the problem with Jessie Quick as well. She's over on Earth 3, but Jay Garrick is now out of the Speed Force, so who is going to look after Earth 3? And will Jessie Quick come back and actually continue that romance storyline with Wally West? And she hasn't really been seen on set. I haven't really seen any images of her on set yet, and it's really weird that they've brought this character in only for her to just disappear, which was really strange considering she was the only one who could actually damage Savitar. Yeah, less said than that, the better. So I'm really looking forward to see where this goes this season. This does look like a really cool thing. We've got further to this as well. We've got the elongated man, and his powers will be a kind of curiosity. So we've got the elongated man coming on the show, but it looks like where his powers comes from is curious as well, because now what a lot of people are expecting is that he would get his powers from this Speed Force storm that happened at the end of last season. Now, part of me is now thinking that maybe he won't actually get those powers from there, and that he is going to get his powers from the drinks that he did in the comics. So it's going to be a lot more comic book accurate for Elongated Man, and maybe he will hint towards that he got these powers from that, so people won't work out what he got the powers from and possibly try and steal his way of getting powers. But he is going to be a brash character, and I expect that he will actually kind of butt heads with Barry. He's going to be a lot more brash, because obviously we had Julian, who was butting heads with Barry, who was a lot different to himself, and I do miss Julian. I really do miss Tom Felton already on the show, and I really do hope that he actually comes back, because I think that he could have a good relationship with Caitlin, and it's a shame they never really carried on that storyline, and I'm hoping that they do at some point. And seeing the elongated man, I think, should be a lot of fun, which is why I think that the show's creators, writers, directors, and actors all think that this will be a lot more of a fun season for everyone involved. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Still curious to see who this new meta is, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like.
Winter is coming.